Okay, this is Wesley and Dad, and we're here with our Arduino, and we've made a little scanner like you might see on Knight Rider or on Battlestar Galactica. This is a very simple project to do. We've got all of the LEDs wired into the access pins, and there are 10 of them. You can see them numbered here, 1 through 10, and those go to the breadboard in this first column here, okay? We had to have these firing off individually as opposed to on the bus over here because there's only one lit up at a time. The ground goes to the negative bar here, and you see that we utilize some jumpers to go to the other leg of the LED.
For that, you can't use wires like this unless you want to have more huge bunches. You have to get wires with
some short jumpers
ends and then cut them with wire cutters and pliers.
Right, so we made some little jumpers here, and obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but you see our breadboard. So the two posts of the LED, one of them, the positive, is going to the motherboard of the Arduino, and then the negative jumps over here to the bus, the blue one, and that goes over here, to the ground. Okay, so that's the wiring. It should be pretty straightforward how that works. Now, making it blink, you've got your setup code here. So you've got to activate, oh, careful, bud. Activate all 11 pins, 1 through 11, for output. And then down here, you're going to have a whole bunch of code. Okay, so basically, the first thing we did is we made an integer that's a variable, which is equal, right now it's 16, I think. Do you have it set to 100 right now?
Yeah, this is...
Okay, I'll show you what happens when we load this. Okay, come back here. You can change that between any number.
And 1 millisecond.
Yeah, so basically this is 16 milliseconds. That's pretty quick. But
you can take it down to 0, but just so you know, you cannot do negative numbers.
Right.
I've tried that.
Oh, yeah, well then you'd be going backwards in time. So, okay, so first you define A, which is how fast you want it to go. Then you say digital write with a parenthesis, and then which pin, like we started with pin 1, comma, high, parenthesis, and then a semicolon. Then you put in delay, parenthesis, A, parenthesis, colon. So that'll turn it on for that many milliseconds. And then you turn it off. Digital write, parenthesis, 1, comma, low, that shuts it off, parenthesis, and then the semicolon. You basically repeat that process all the way down in order, turning them on. So you turn on 2, delay, turn it off. Turn on 3, delay, all the way down until you get to 10. Oh, it looks like we initiate. See, I thought there were 10 LEDs, so we actually don't need pin number 11 initiated. And then you start doing it backwards. So 10 gets turned on, then you turn it off, and then you turn on 9, delay, turn it off, 8, delay, turn it off, until you get all the way back to 1. Actually, I'm sorry, until you get to 2, because then the program loops and it will turn 1 back on. So the fun thing about this program is that because we use this letter A variable, we can actually change the delay really quickly and easily. Like I'm going to make this into 1,000, which is basically equal to 1 second. And I'm going to hit stop, Madeline. So now the scanner is going pretty slow. But if you change it back to maybe 10 and execute, super fast. So we hope that you have fun, that you might be able to copy this little program and enjoy programming, coding, and building.